Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're diving into the world of OpenAI.
OpenAI, huh?
Yeah, the company behind ChatGPT.
Oh, right. The AI chatbot.
And those incredible AI images you see everywhere. They've been making headlines, and we're going to uncover how they went from this idealistic nonprofit to, well, the AI powerhouse they are now.
Sounds intriguing. Where do we even begin?
We got to start at the beginning, right?
Sure, with their original mission statement, I bet.
Exactly. Advancing digital intelligence in the way that is most likely to benefit humanity as a whole, unconstrained by a need to generate financial return.
Ambitious, wouldn't you say?
Definitely ambitious, aiming for the pure advancement of AI for good, basically. But there's always a catch, especially with something as potentially profitable as AI. Like, how do you actually fund that kind of pure research, you know? And that's where things get really interesting. Because OpenAI's strategy has shifted, restructuring huge investments, a possible $6.5 billion deal. And then there's Altman with his reported $10 billion equity stake. It's hard not to wonder, did OpenAI lose its way a bit?
It's a valid question for sure. I mean, to create something as advanced as ChatGPT, you need serious funding. The yearly operating costs alone are insane.
Over $5 billion annually.
Exactly. And then you got to factor in the specialized hardware, those high-powered GPUs and TPUs. Those aren't cheap. And processing all that data for AI, that takes a ton of energy, which means even more cost.
It's mind-blowing how expensive this stuff is. And on top of that, we've seen big names leave OpenAI, people like Sutskever or Murati. Is that just the tech world being the tech world, or is there something more to it?
Well, tech is definitely known for its drama, especially when you have brilliant minds working on something as groundbreaking as AI. There's a lot on the line, power, influence, you name it. So these departures could be from disagreements about OpenAI's direction or just those individuals wanting to do their own thing. It's hard to say for sure, but it's definitely something to keep in mind as we delve deeper into OpenAI.
It's kind of wild how all this is happening, right? These internal shakeups. And meanwhile, you've got Sam Altman painting this grand vision for the future of AI. Speaking of, have you seen his blog post?
The intelligence age, you mean? Yeah, I took a
He
look.
throws out these predictions, superintelligence within a few thousand days, solving climate change, even space colonization. It's almost like he's reading a sci-fi novel.
He does love to swing for the fences, that's for sure. But, amidst all the grandiosity, there's a line of reasoning worth paying attention to. He keeps coming back to the idea that deep learning at its core works. It's like he's saying we just need to give it more fuel, more data, more computing power, and, well, watch the magic happen.
So we just build bigger, better AI and all our problems are solved.
That's the gist of it, yeah. Though, to be fair, he does mention the potential downsides, like, what happens to jobs, the ethical dilemmas. It's just those parts sometimes feel like an afterthought.
Right, like a quick, don't worry, be happy,
Yeah.
after dropping these massive predictions.
Exactly. And that's where this whole techno-optimism thing comes in, this belief that technology, AI especially, will be our saving grace. And while, yeah, advancements bring amazing possibilities, it's dangerous to ignore the potential downsides, the unintended consequences.
It's a tightrope walk, isn't it? Pushing for progress, but knowing one wrong step can have huge consequences.
Exactly. Take ChatGPT and DALL-E 2. Amazing tools showcasing what AI can do, but they also highlight how easy it could be to misuse this technology.
Like that old saying, fire, good servant, bad master. AI has insane potential, but we better make sure we're the ones holding the reins, steering it in the right direction.
Couldn't agree more. It's not about being afraid of AI, but approaching it with open eyes, recognizing both the good and the bad. We can be excited about the future and still acknowledge the very real challenges that come with it.
So OpenAI's got this grand vision, but what are they actually doing to make it happen? Like in the real world?
Well, they're not just talking about it, that's for sure. They're building, creating tools, real tangible stuff. That's capturing everyone's attention. ChatGPT, DALL-E 2, this is AI. Anyone can use that. Millions of people are.
And it's pretty amazing to see, right? I mean, have you had a chance to play around with them at all?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
On one hand, it's mind-blowing what they can do, like ChatGPT writing almost like a person, or DALL-E 2 spitting out these crazy good images just from you describing it. But then it's like, whoa, AI is getting really good really fast.
It really drives home how much potential AI has, that's for sure. Like ChatGPT, that thing could change how we write, how we translate languages, even how creative content gets made. And DALL-E 2, whole industries could be different. Advertising, design.
But of course, like with anything new, especially something as powerful as AI, there are some worries. I mean, we keep hearing about bias creeping into these systems and the potential for spreading misinformation. even manipulation. We need to be careful how we develop this stuff, how we use it.
Absolutely. Those are conversations we can't ignore. We have to remember at the end of the day, these AI systems are only as good as the data we feed them. And if that data's got problems, well, what comes out is going to have problems too.
It's like that story about Altman and TSMC,
Mm-hmm.
how he wanted all those chip plants, like 36 of them.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, talk about ambitious. But it just shows how many resources this AI race is going to take.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not just talking software here. We're talking serious hardware, tons of energy.
It's a whole different kind of competition now. Whoever's got the best chips, the energy to run them, they're going to be ahead in the AI game. This isn't just tech anymore. This is like global politics, you know? Countries and companies all vying for that top spot.
It's wild. It feels like we're just in the very beginning of something massive,
Yeah.
and nobody really knows where it's all going.
Exactly. OpenAI's journey from this idealistic little lab to, well, this tech giant, it makes you think, right, what does the future of AI actually look like? Who gets to decide how it's built, how it's used, and how do we make sure it's used for good, that everyone benefit? It's a lot to unpack, and it's on all of us to figure it out.
It really is. And that's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of OpenAI. It's a complex story with no easy answers, but one thing's for sure. Things are about to get very interesting.